Thank you for joining me today in this video. I want to open us in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with grateful hearts for the blessings that you have bestowed upon us. Help us to worship you in spirit and in truth, and let our hearts be filled with joy and thanksgiving. We give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. That ending is from Psalm 107:1. My plan for my Peace, the Peace of God journal, is to do a manila folder. And if you watch Kathy's Garden on YouTube, she just completed one of these and I just loved what she did. So I thought this would work perfectly for me. So basically, it's 2 file folders to begin with, and you cut them down to, let me pull the measurements out. So what I did was I took 2 manila file folders and I trimmed the first one, made it 7 inches wide, 9 inches tall. Okay, and so it's just it's a regular one like that. And then, excuse me, then I used the other one and I trimmed it. This is, it was 7 across, right? It was 7 across, just like this one. But then I trimmed this top page right here, and you'll see why Kathy did that too. So I made it 4 inches and it's still 9 inches, okay? And the goal is that then this lays on here and becomes a pocket, and it closes like that. So that's what my thinking is. And then there were other pieces that she cut out. Let's see, I have these measured. I thought I did. Well, oh, here they go. So I made a 5x7 piece, and that can be used sideways or in the top, not sure yet. And then I made a 6x6 3/4 piece. So there's 4 pieces that I pulled together. And then I want to do some envelope. I want to use the envelope, and I'm thinking what she had done was she did an envelope on her cover, and I just love this giant envelope that has the very large see-through part. So I'm thinking I'm going to use that. So you would get a couple junk journal envelopes that may have junk mail envelopes. I'll get it yet. Just pull some of those out, and then you can, use how you are thinking. So that's what I've got set apart, and I've got Esther's kit and my kit. And my first thinking is I'm gonna wait on the cover. On the inside, I'm thinking I love this yellow rose. And I'm thinking that I'm going to put that probably about like that on that inside cover. And then this part is this piece I really like. So I think I'm going to put that on there. So let's get gluing. And it's only paper. And if I don't like it, I'll just start all over again. But it will be fun. So let me move. These are some papers from Esther's kit that I've pulled out. We each made a digital kit. Hers has gorgeous purple and with women and stuff, and you'll see that in the flip through. So let's use my Pit glue stick. Now Kathy sewed her edges. I'm probably going to do that. I really like sewing. So the edges then become a little bit, you don't have to worry about if it's totally caught. So I'm going to butt against the first fold. Let's see, I want to get a lot of that writing in there. I love that part. Let's try that. And I need this, my bone folder to smooth it out. Now, the way I make things is I glue it onto something and then I turn it over, and I'm going to trim it because I'm not, just like Kathy says, I am not a person that can measure and stick it on there and have it be perfect. And that's not my style either. So I am just going to trim this out, and obviously I'm going to save all these pieces because we can use them to do the junk mail envelopes and lots of other things in here. A little bit closer, Diane. Oh, that's so beautiful. I had fun making this kit. Thinking about peace. What does peace look like? Everybody asks me, how do you decide stuff? And to be honest, it's about God's word. So what does God's word say about peace? And the thing that came to my mind first was the peace that passes all understanding, meaning we can, my carpal tunnel's bothering me today, meaning we can't. When you get God's peace, you know it. But if you don't have God's peace, you kind of don't know it. And it is almost something that's beyond our meager imagination. And so to me, that sounds like gold, right? Because gold is so precious and gold is very valuable. So to me, peace is precious and valuable. And so then I just started having fun doing gold things, gold designs, and then the flowers, and yeah, it just all came together. So let's put that on there. That looks such a weird color in this camera on my phone, but it's actually really beautiful in real life. Let's trim that. So what Esther and I really want you to do is this first week is decide on what kind of a journal you want to make. How do you, oh, see, I didn't do it straight, Diane. Look, it's over the edge just a little bit. And the minute, how do you know that? Because the minute you go to fold it, it was over the edge, just a hair. And so it won't fold. So let's see if I can trim it enough. Is that going to be enough? There we go. Yes. Okay. I can always put some ink on those hinges. So anyway, what I wanted to say was our goal is that the first week you make your journal, you get all ready, you can look at all the verses and start deciding, how do you want to do this? There's a lot of ways to do it. And we're going to have videos explaining all that. So today, this video is just really about getting my journal put together. The basics. And so this, I'm going to have a pocket. So let's go and do a thumb hole right there. Now I should probably measure it, because if I don't, then I'll be like, oh, great, Diane, you didn't find the middle. You can't see that I'm on my mat here. I think actually that mark right there. So let's do a thumb hole, right? There we go. So I've got my thumb hole in. Yes. Okay, I'm liking that. That's going to be really pretty. Then the thing is, when you look at Esther's papers, these beautiful women and purple and stuff, what's going to happen on my pages is they're going to be covered up. So I want to save some of her stuff to be on the tops of my pages. That may or may not make sense to you. But once you look through the whole kit, you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay. Let's look at a couple other pages. So I've got one of the flower. Oh, that one will be gorgeous. Let's see. Again, here's the thing. I'm going to cover up stuff, right? Yes, I'm going to be covering up stuff. So if I move this here and actually tuck it in a little bit underneath, I think I might end up seeing more of the rows. And then I can put a different piece right there. Do I like the rose? The rose. But that's going to have something on top. This is going to have something on top. Maybe what I use is one of Esther's gorgeous gold pieces. See if I put that like that a little bit underneath. Which end do I like? Probably this end a little bit better. So when you have a pocket and you go into it, and if you don't put something underneath it, you're going to see the manila, which that may or may not bother you. It's up to you. It's your choice. But now I'm covering that up. I guess it was better this way. I think that works. So that's where we're at on that part. And then if I do this, just a little bit underneath there, see underneath the keyhole? I think that looks good. And then I can just put a strip. Maybe I can put the rose on that side, and maybe we'll see it. Okay, let's try that. I'm kind of liking that. Sorry, my dog keeps barking because it's a day where trucks keep pulling up to delivery, like Amazon and everybody else. And then, of course, I live in Florida, and she sees all the geckos and she believes that through my window, she can get them. Sorry about that. Somebody was walking their dog, so there was no way. My 2 dogs were not going to be quiet about that. So I just turned this off for a minute. So I went ahead, and the glue was already down, which you know. So we're going to put the paper down. Now let's trim that. See how that looks. One of the keys of, to me, junk journaling is it's paper. It isn't gold, as I just talked about. It's paper. And if I start making something and I don't like it, and because it's a digital kit, I can just reprint it and start over again. Like I haven't gone so far that I can't fix it. So I think that's a freedom. I count it as a freedom. So let's see how that goes. You gotta be careful when you try to bend the paper, and the glue's still a little bit wet. So let's smooth all that out. I think what's coming together in my mind is probably most of the gold pages from Kathy's kit and my kit are going to be my background pages. And a lot of her purple pages are going to be my focal points. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, that is beautiful. I'm really liking that. Now, what if, let's see, I have a sheet this way. Does that go? No, it's too short. Yeah, it doesn't work with the sizing. Part of my kit has horizontal. Most of it's, majority is vertical, and then I made some horizontal pages because some people want to make, a different size. Let's look at, what else do I have? Oh, okay, maybe we put my butterfly page over there. Look at that. Now that is beautiful, and I get some of the lace on there. Yes, I'm liking that. Let's just go right on that side. Look how pretty that looks. The majority of the butterfly, that's okay. Oh, now that's a pretty spread. Okay, I think that's, as I said, we're just gonna go for it. And I'm going on top of the paper a little bit because I just want to cover up some of that. I just wanted to butt it in and make a little bit more of the butterfly accessible. So let's see, I gotta make sure I get this. I want the majority of the butterfly, so we'll go about right there. And use your bone folder to smooth it out, especially when you use a glue stick, because it doesn't always get super smooth. You could use art glitter glue, which is what I use also, but I decided to use my glue stick today. Okay, we've got that done. Turn this over. Let's trim this. So I'm doing my insides first. Usually I do my cover. Sometimes I wait till my cover the last. You never know. here is what I have so far. Oh, isn't that just luscious? That's luscious. Just luscious, luscious, gorgeous. I'm glad I put this dark piece in the middle. I think I'm gonna really like that. Okay, so there's our point. Sometimes when your glue is still, it's not totally dry, if you put your roller there and bend it, you get a better crease, which I think that works. Oh, that is stunning. Yes. Okay, the beginning pages are coming together. So do I want to put, do I want to glue that on there yet? So I've got 1, 2, 3 more to cover. And I just saw that the glue must have been in a big piece right there. Now's the time to get out my, let me get my glitter glue out and make sure that I've got the pages all glued together. And of course I don't, but that's okay. That's why this wonderful pointy tip works so well. There we go. There we go. And let's see, on any other edges, do I have it? No, that's sealed. Ow, 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 ow. That's sealed. Oh, that one's all sealed. I think it was just this one so far. And we don't need to cover that because that is going to be underneath. That's underneath the pocket. Okay, this is what I do. I always take out that pin and I put it down, and I tried to order one of those larger pins, and then where did it just go? Oh my gosh, I just moved it somewhere. I don't see it. Pin, pin, where are you? Okay. Weird. Well, hopefully I'll keep using it and I'll find it. Oh, there it is, right beside my paper clip. There we go. There. Okay, now that's that. Let's keep going. Yes, that's pretty. Okay, so this is going to be what you see. This is the cover. That's, I think I probably do need to glue this on because I'm not going to be able to really see everything correctly. And I need some glue. I went a little bit over, but maybe if we glue it, it'll stay down better. And that's open from my cutting, but it will be fine. It's going to be covered up with a lot of things. I hope you really enjoy this study. If this is your first time doing a Faithart junk journaling project, you are going to be, first of all, I'm really glad that you said yes to this and that you would like to do it. That's like the awesome part. And then the second part is I can't wait to watch God work with everybody and see what insights that you end up having. Okay, so if you noticed, I only glued a U because it's a pocket and we don't want to glue the pocket down forever. There we go. We want the pocket to be open. So, got that. That is there. And that's when I like the glitter glue. It dries really quick and it's so strong. There we go. So it goes this way. Now you'll notice, I probably didn't tell you, I ended up, this was 7 across when I started, but I trimmed a little bit off so that when you go to close it like this, it works because you have to have some space. Okay. So let's do this next page, this other interior page. stays down below. Maybe another, so do I want another rose on here? Like that. Let's try some pages. Got the white one, we've got the vintage pink rose. Oh no, this actually, because it's in a different spot on the paper, that might work. So it would be cut off about right there. Or do we go with butterflies, some more butterflies? Which I love my butterfly gold paper. Okay, let's go over just a little. Let's get the full butterfly on this one. So we're gonna go over the edge. Okay, I'm liking that. Let's open it this way, move my papers out of the way. We're gonna use this one. I think I'm going to use my glitter glue on this. So the study is about peace, and if you read the notes, I've done a study on peace a couple times, obviously because I want and need peace in my life. But the thing, oh no, look what just happened. I pushed too hard and the glue is all coming out. Oh, yuck. Let's just put that down there. Don't understand why that happened. I just filled this up last night. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that there's like 3 components of peace. There's the peace of God, there's peace with God, and then there's peace with others. So this first 7 weeks in our study, we are just going to focus on the peace of God. And if everybody likes it and wants to go further, we could do peace with God next. So we are open to that. It'll be basically what people end up deciding they like, and timing, and all that stuff. So there we go. So that part's done. All the way around. This particular journal, I'm thinking that I want to create enough spaces that I have space to scripture, do scripture writing, scripture scribing, whichever one you want to call it, where I not only, because we've given you the printed verses. That's not totally straight, Diane. But sometimes the kinesthetic learning of writing out the verse is so key and can just get a totally different experience of God's word. So that's why my thinking for mine is that I want to make sure I have enough space. And Kathy ended up doing a, she sewed in a signature, which I think I'm going to do to mine also. I think I will like that a lot. So far, there's what we've got. And then again, I'm going to end up covering all this up. That's why I'm so, I just love the white, the giant white flower. Even if I put an envelope on top, I think I really want this. I could put a flip out, one of these pieces, right? So I could put a flip out that when you open it, then you get to see that and put some little journaling in there. So let's try that. That's my thought process right now. And I think that this glue worked a little bit better than the pit. It's Prit. I was calling it pit. Prit. Now let's see, was I squeezing it too hard? Oh, it's doing it again. Uh-oh. Is this failed? This is not good. At the cost of this glue, I surely do not want to throw away glue. Let's see if I clean it up. Maybe I didn't seal it close enough. I don't know. Or do I need to get another applicator? Okay, let's put this back on there and let's go and use, I do have two of these. I have one that's a little bit fat. Oh, it just won't stop coming out now. Goodness sake. Now here we go, my hands again. Oh, this is fun, but this is real life, making junk journals. Right? Okay, let me get the other container out, the fatter container, the fatter tip. And we'll see if that works better. Hopefully this one doesn't. See, you just get more glue at a time. We're doing little tiny things. I don't like to use this one. I like the fine tip. Now, whoops, Diane, make sure you're on the right. Yeah, that's correct. It's up and down like that. Okay, wanted to just, I've done that before when I put something on upside down. I don't want to do that. So let's just go a little bit over there. And we're going to get that on there. There we go. Yes. Let's hope my glue problems are done for this video, at least. Well, you can see I didn't set it on there straight, but it doesn't really matter because, as I said, we're going to add so many ephemera pieces that it will still work. Turn it a certain way that my hand can work. If you've heard me mention, I have carpal tunnel really bad in my right hand. So there's certain things I just absolutely cannot do. Like, I shouldn't really be using these scissors, but I want to make this today, so I'm going to be making it. Oh, it ended up okay. And let's trim this edge off and straighten this out. Oh no, that, you know, I actually didn't even think of it from that perspective, but look how pretty. Oh gosh, that's gorgeous so far. Yes, that is really beautiful. So there's my cover. I open it and we see the butterflies, and then we get into this, and this will be our pocket. I'm gonna have to trim that. Like this, and then I just need the back. The back, I can definitely use a flower because I don't think that I'm going to be adding anything to the back. Let's see which ones we have left. Got more butterflies, which I'll use on the inside. Ooh, I've got this gorgeous piece that I made, and I've got the stars and another butterfly page. And I've got this one. Let's see, do I have them all over here? Oh, and I've got this one too. Okay, so of the roses, let's see that one. Which one do I want on the back? Oh, I love this writing that I did on this one. I think I'm going to use that. That's what I feel would look gorgeous on there. So we'll put the rose a little bit over. So sometimes watching people make this can be boring, unless you're making it with me. Or you do like I do, I watch people make stuff, and I take notes, and then I go and make it myself. Sometimes when people are doing little ephemera pieces, I actually do sit there and make it with them. I get my things out, I turn my tablet on here at my desk, and I sit and make things with people. Yes. Okay, now let's get this trimmed up. I'm going to open that part back up. Please share in our Facebook group your thoughts, your processes, your pictures. And if you have any questions, we're always there to answer. Hopefully both Esther's videos and my videos have been comprehensive enough that'll really help you. But questions are always fine to ask. See, go back to the cover, Diane. There we go. There's, no, it goes like this, and then there's the back. Yes. Of course, I'm going to have to stop for this video because this all needs to dry. The glue needs to dry on the edges, and I am going to go to my sewing machine, which I don't set my camera up near there, and sew. So the next video for me will be showing you what I've done so far, and we'll start making ephemera that will go into the book. That's the back. Here's the front. Okay, so let's look at what I've done so far. There's my cover. We open it. This I'm still not happy with. I have to fix that. And then that flips open. Here's our tuck. And the back. The back is gorgeous. So, my basic part, the foundation, let's put it that way, the foundation of my Piece of God junk journal is complete in this video. Next video, as I said, I'll have sewn it, and then we'll make some other parts for it. I'm back. What I was able to get done off camera, let me take all my parts back out. I did a lot, actually. What I've been able to do is I went ahead and sewed around my entire journal on my sewing machine. I didn't do the insides. I just did the outside. And I decided to do black thread because I just thought I liked the contrast. So here's the journal. Here's how it's closing. There's the back. Next, what I was able to do is sit and think through how many pockets and tucks and places that I wanted to be able to do the study. So here's what I have come up with. On this inside page in my gold kit, I gave you the template for this envelope. And I've gone ahead and cut it out. And there's two versions, the blank version and then the one that I put the Piece of God on. So if you go ahead and just fold it on all the spots, I didn't glue it yet because I wanted to show you what my plan is. What I wanted to do is I want to have it here, but I don't want to cover up behind there, and I might need more space to journal. So I've decided that I'm going to put this in as a flip out. I'm going to use fabric as my hinge, okay? So that's the fabric that I'm going to use. And then when you flip this over, this will be the back of the fabric, which I don't really want to see. So I picked this piece of tape. This is a Tim Holtz. I've had this for forever, so don't ask me if it's still available. That's what's going to be on the back. So this will, as I said, flip in and out like that. And that's the way that's going to look. And underneath there, I'm going to put this other corner from my kit that says prayers. And I'm going to put that right there. So when you look in my journal, what you'll see is this. So that'll be resting on there. And then on this big pocket that we have here, I'll be putting something in there. You can't put a lot in there because you don't have a lot of space. So it'll be a journaling spot maybe, and I'm going to add this other tuck spot that came in my kit, the Let Go and Let God, and I'm going to leave it open. So it'll just be down on these sides, and then I can put more things in there. I also went ahead and used another sheet of my paper from my kit, and I put a piece of digital paper from another kit that I have. I think this is the cream and lace digital kit that I have. So there's the cover, and then I used some of my coffee dyed plain paper and made a little booklet in there. And I'll probably use that for one of the weeks that has 9 verses in it. And I'm thinking that I'm going to sew it in. I'm going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch right on that seam in between this side and this side. So that would be right there. Then if I close it, this is what it looks like, right? There's the cover, and you open it. And what I've decided to do is I'm going to use this. This is from my kit also. And it's a tuck spot, and I'm going to not adhere it down. I'm going to actually use it as a flip in. So it's going to flip over this way, and what will be there is a flip up envelope ephemera that goes like that, and there'll be a picture on there. So I'm showing you all the parts. I haven't finished all the parts yet. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me show you quickly. There will be a separate video of how to finish this envelope, to cut it and do that. But what it ends up looking like is like this. So you open it up. There's the clear that you can see through. And then I have a tag in there. And then I didn't do the back of this because I thought it would be glued down, which is the way this one will be. So that's the guts of my book at this point. I'm going to go ahead and on camera, I'm going to start gluing things down, and I'll probably speed some of this up so you might not hear me talking, since I just explained what my book will look like. And at the end of the video, then you'll have my flip through of what everything's going to be. So like I can put this down because I know where that's going to go. I have not edged everything, so let me get that out. I was so busy spending time trying to think through the study. So how you would approach this, how I would suggest you approach this, there's the free Bible verse kit that is available to anyone that wants to do the study, and that's got all 40 verses in it, and it gives you the schedule of how we're going to do what we're going to do in every week and things like that. So you might want to look at that and then think through, how do you want to approach this? If you've never done a Bible study and added faith to a junk journal, you could follow what I'm doing. You could follow what Esther's doing. You could follow with one of our 5 designers, one of our creative team. I'll get that right yet. And see what kind of journal, because I think we're all making different journals. As I mentioned, my journal is patterned off of Kathy from Kathy's Garden. And this is Diane's version of Kathy's Garden, but that's basically what it is. So before I close this up, because that's going to be there and you're going to open it up, I don't want to just see the white. So here's an example of, I'm going to either add one of the pages from the kit, the backgrounds. No, that won't be deep enough. I think what I'll probably do is just grab a piece of my book pages. I'm just going to add a book page. Let me grab one really quick. See what I have in my stack here. Nope, I don't have them in a stack because I have a new book. I have a separate video where I talk about where can you get pages to do junk journaling from a Christian perspective. And one of them is to get, they have these kind of books at your thrift store for 50 cents. This is a book about knowing God. So any book page that I take out of here has God's word in it. It's not his Bible verse, but it's referring to God. So that just, to me, really says a lot more than just taking a random page out of a book. So let me get a couple pages out, make sure I can have it, that will be wide enough. There we go. Yes, that's going to work. Well, if I wanted it to be readable, that won't work, but we're going to put it this way. That's exactly what we're going to do. So I want to make sure that it's beneath my line here. Get some glue. Okay, I should not be gluing on top of my journal because that's all I need is to get glue in the wrong spot. So let me grab some of these junk papers that are just sitting here. Move that off. And I love lined envelopes with book paper. They just look so much nicer. And depending upon what kind of weight paper you have printed your kit, yeah, I want to use God's wisdom in there. It actually will reinforce your page a little bit, which is good. Let's make sure I have glue and enough glue everywhere. And I use Prit. Just started using that. I've used Yoo-Hoo. Prit is a little bit less expensive, but it's actually a really strong glue stick. And you can get that on Amazon because that's where I bought mine from. So let's trim that. And then I will close up my envelope. So happy you're joining us. Esther and I are so excited because we have 5 creative team members who are going to be doing this study, who are junk journalers who make beautiful things. So basically every week you are going to have potentially 7 videos every week of how-tos and watching each of us make a Faithart journal. I usually put that there because I'm not going to go get my scoreboard out. And I want it to bend kind of cleanly. And that's correct, but I didn't cut totally cleanly. So let's do that. And let's edge this again. It's the beauty of using distress ink or ink to edge things, because the cuts don't have to be perfect. Makes your life a lot simpler. Yeah, that actually, I'm glad I put that on there because the backing, because it just makes my envelope a little bit sturdier, since I'll probably be going in and out of it quite a bit. So let's glue those parts down. There we go. And that will be there, and this goes here. So now we are going to glue the envelope together. There we go. And I think, there we go. One beautiful envelope. Now let me edge the inside. Let me know what kind of, if you find any books at your thrift store. There's so many devotionals, there's, things to study about faith. those are the books that I'm talking about, that there's always a lot in my thrift stores that they sell very inexpensively. That part is ready. Yay, we got that done. Okay, move this. And my next, oh, that was my template. Okay, my next thing will be, close everything up a little bit. Okay, move this over. This will be stuck there. As I mentioned, I am going to do this as a hinge. I'll get the word right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the front on first because the back goes on differently. So let's glue that hinge. And this is just some of that really fun word fabric. I think it's a Tim Holtz fabric. Or it's one that I got at Walmart, which kind of surprised me one day. There we go. Okay, that is on there. And then, as I mentioned, this will be over here, right on the fold line. So now we're going to put the glue on the back side of this. You want to put a lot of glue on this part because this is your hinge. And of course I frayed the fabric, and so now the threads are coming apart. Okay. Let's see where we want this. Right there. Pretty sure that's going to be where it goes. Yes. There we go. And I think I need to put I need to put glue on this paper too. Just to make sure we get a good joint. There we go. Now the only trick with glue sticks is it does not dry as fast as the art glitter glue. So I don't want to move this too much. I'm going to use my art glitter glue on this part of it. And all I'm using this for is to cover up, because it's the back of the fabric, which has nothing pretty on it. And this goes right there. Something about adding numbers to junk journals. I don't know, it just creates so much interest. And I'm going to put a plug in. I am working on this really, really cool new kit for my shop. The idea came to me and I started working on it, and then I started this Piece of God project. So it's a little bit on hold. But what it will be is I'm doing Bible in a Year reading plan, and I'm following Father Mike Schmitz, and I'm just learning so much. I'm on day 90. Every day I listen to it. Anyway, we went through the book of Numbers, and I started designing this kit that I put numbers all over the pages of this collage background. And then I went, what about numbers? What does that have to do with anything? And then through prayer, God said, well, wait, what about those numbers that I refer to all the time? What would those numbers be? Numbers like 12, right? 12 disciples, 12 tribes, the 12 baskets that were left after Jesus fed the 5,000, things like that. So the factual numbers, and that's what I'm building this kit around. So it'll be a really fun Bible study to do after we're done with this. So stay tuned for that in my shop. Okay, there we go. That works. Good, we've got some pieces in here. I may have to end up putting a piece of like something to keep this closed, because I envision that every time I open and close it, it's going to pop out. Could be because I just glued it though, so we will see. And now I'm going to glue this one. So let's get this inked up. This is from my kit. This prayers was from my kit, and I printed on 33-pound matte photo paper, because it depends on how I'm going to use things. And if I end up using it as I'm using it as a, because you could fold this and do lots of fun things, but I'm using it as a tuck, I end up putting a file folder on the back of it so that it's nice and sturdy. So we are going to have that there. So it's really going to be fun. You're going to have a tuck spot here and a tuck spot there. Yay! And let's go ahead and glue. Okay, now wait, this can get glued, all those sides. Okay, this side gets glued down, this side gets glued down, and the bottom gets glued down. And this is ready to go on. There we go. And when I use my glitter glue, I usually get a baby wipe out, because you want to have enough glue to make sure you got a good seal. And of course then that usually oozes a little bit, and I don't want glued fingers, so I just run that along the edges. Oh, and of course, see, it's still wet, but okay, we'll just put some ink on it. And I wanted to make sure there's no glue, and there was, look, there is glue gluing underneath there, and then I wouldn't have my pocket, which would be so sad. There we go. Okay, got that inked up. That's glued down. Now, what's next? The next part is my little booklet. So again, you're seeing the end result. This took me about 20 minutes to put this all together. I like to have journaling, larger journaling spots, and that's why I created this book. And as I said, it's going to be a flip out, and that will then preserve the beauty of this graphic, number one. And number two, will then give me the opportunity, if I want to put a tag on the back or something like that. So it just gives me more opportunity for more space, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let's go ahead, get this all inked up. And then my pages will go in there. I'm going to put paper clips on this, and I'm going to try and do this on camera, the sewing in. It should be easy because there's only 4 pages. I am not the best with sewing in. I don't know. The last junk journal that I just made, I had too many pages. And then I had a bunch of little pages in the middle, and they kept flipping around, and I could just not get it straight. It was just very difficult. I don't want this to be difficult. I want this to be easy. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna stop this and go get ready, and then I'll come back and you can see me sew this in. Here's what I've done. Went and got my thread, got my needle threaded. I went ahead and decided to poke holes. I also decided to add this really cute little file folder in the middle. So I've added that, then I made the holes. So basically the holes are 1, 2, 3. This is a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Basically they're following that. And as I started to do it, I realized I need to reinforce this. So I went ahead and used washi tape and put that on both sides, the front and the back. And then I've re-punched the holes. So hopefully I can do this on camera. This is not, as I said, this is not my strength. So I'm hoping that I can do this right. So I know that you start from the middle of here, which, let me make sure I got the hole in the right spot again. There we go, right through there, perfect. And then I'm gonna put that in the hole, of course, that I have here, which you can hardly see. But look, I did it, okay. Say a prayer for me that I can do this on camera. This is so frustrating for me. I'm going to leave it a little bit long because I think I might want to have some dangles. So once I'm on this side, now I'm going to have to flip it over and go through this hole. Okay, that's the hole for that part. And oh wow, it went right through, Diane. Thank you. Thank you, Father. Thank you, thank you. There we go. Yes. Okay, let's look and see. Yes, look at that. Pull it through, make it tight. And then I go up to this hole. Get it through my journal. This is so much easier when you don't have 50 million pages. I learned my lesson. I thought this was too difficult, so the last journal that I did, I said, well, I'll only do 2 signatures. And now I know it's so much better if you do, well, now I can't find the hole. If you do smaller signatures. That's what I've learned. Okay, so there's our tag out of that. Let's see. And how does that look? Pretty good, Diane. And now I go back through that hole, not touching the thread. You don't want to split your thread. Oh, I'm not even in the right place. What the heck? How did I do that, Diane? Oh, I know why, because it moved on me. Yes, it did. And I just went in the wrong hole. Okay, let's see if this is going to be working. The thing is to look and see if it's the same. I don't have to worry about that now. I think what I'll do is I'm going to switch. I need longer clamps. These are too short. They look big, but they're too short. I can't go down far enough into something. Okay, let me try that again now. And see if I'm going to come right back in the same hole. That's the goal. Yes. Oh, no, I'm still off. Okay, this little thing is moved. That's what the problem is. Okay, let's, oh, here we go. There we go. If I go back this way, now I can get the hole right through it beside it. Yes. Okay. I'm getting better. I'm learning. This is definitely a learning curve. Okay, so I'm going to pull both of those tight. And are they tight on this? Yes, they're tight there. Okay, that works. And then what you do is you want to loop this under the one thread is not tight enough. I didn't get it tight. I need to pull it. Pull this one. You want to pull them and make sure they're nice and taut. There we go. And then I'm going to go underneath there. And that should make my, there we go, yes. And then I will tie it. Once, twice. There we go. And as I said, I'm going to leave these long for now. Yes, I did it. Yay! Take off all my clamps. Good thing that I added that washi tape because this would not have been strong enough. Yes. Okay, look how nice that looks. Oh, but it's too loose. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to fix that up a little bit. I can retie it tight, but at least I got it put in there. So here's where I am right now. Yes, that's good. Let me put that down. I feel like I've gotten a lot done. The last part, as I mentioned, I'm going to be adding this as a flip. And I showed you, I'm not going to stick the envelope on, but it's going to be a flip. And then you'll see that. So I can flip it and add this later. So for right now, let's get this edged up. And trim out the, let's see, is it going to work on my, no. It's actually, I made it wider in my digital kit, so you want to just cut it from the print, not from the punch. I usually use a circle punch, but I made this a little bit bigger. There we go. And that will be there. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to use this. I can just use washi tape again. I got plenty of different washi tapes. Let's see, maybe I'll just use this one. No, that's just script. Let me use a type. This one would be fun. Okay, where is the end? Well, I haven't used this one in a while. Oh, there it is. These are so old. Bought these years ago. I'm glad I'm still using them. So I'm going to set this on here. And I will put half of it on this side. And then the other half will go on in the journal. That works. And then that will be just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue, because like I said, it's old washi tape. Who knows? It might stick and then it might not. And that will be very frustrating if it doesn't stick. So let's add glitter glue. So if you have old washi tape, you can get it apart and still use it. If you just glue it, just use one of your good glues and then you've got the problem solved. You don't have to throw away the washi tape. Especially if they're ones that you really like, that you probably can't get anymore, that have been discontinued, let's say. Where's my little wiper? Let's make sure I got everything off of there. That looks good. I should round these corners. So see how that flips this way? That works good. I'm not going to worry about the back right now or do anything. I normally would put another piece of washi tape to reinforce this, but because I'm going to be putting this on, I think it'll be totally different. I think that's going to strengthen it. And before I put this on, I may put the washi tape on. That'll be another video. But for right now, I'm very happy. I feel like there are 6 weeks of Bible study, 7 weeks in this whole plan, but let's see, nope, I want half. But so I was planning on, I wanted a tuck spot to journal for 6 places, and I feel like I've accomplished that. And then again, I can always add more. You can always add tuck spots all over the place, and if need came, I could actually even add a whole other extension piece on here and do another flip out. So it's lots of room. Let me walk you through what I've done so far. This book goes there. There's my cover. I'm not sure what it's going to look like yet. The logo for the Peace of God you have in the free Bible verse kit. So if you print it on clear sticker paper, you can put it wherever you want. I'm thinking right now that it's going to go there, but I don't want to do anything yet because I may want to add, I have a bunch of little cute envelopes in my kit that I haven't put together yet because I count that as ephemera. But that's where we're at now. So you start there, you flip mine open. This will be for a week, as I said, that has, there's a couple weeks that have 9 Bible verses that we're going to study. So that's what I would be doing there. And again, see, I have room to have another tag or something like this. I could even put another flip out, like a pocket on the bottom of this. I could do that. Then I'm going to have this as a flip over, and then this will be a flip up. See, it's going to be a flip up, and there'll be a tag inside of there. And then we open this, and here's a tuck spot. Here's an envelope where I can do journaling and stick it in the envelope. Here's a tuck spot here, and here's a tuck spot right there. There's not a lot of room in this one, so this will probably just be some tags. Ooh, I put too much glue on there, but whatever. We'll get it opened up. So I feel like I've got all my spots ready. I'm ready to begin the Bible. There we go. I didn't go through there and clear it up. There we go. So I hope that you have enjoyed my video of how I made a manila folder junk journal as my base and added things. And if you want more inspiration for this particular one, go to Kathy's Garden. She just did like 4 or 5 videos on how to put this all together. Thank you and blessings to you for joining me today in this video. I want to say a prayer as we close this video time together. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times in every way, and the Lord be with you all. 2 Thessalonians 3:16.